You join us for the fourth instalment of our voyage across the Mediterranean from Gibraltar to Montenegro, during which, due to having no Schengen time left, we cannot go ashore. We paused for a couple of days in the Maddalena State Park to rest and wait for weather. We have now been on the boat for around 3 solid weeks.
This is Intrepid Bear, a 40-foot sailboat off to explore the world with her crew Iain and Kate.
Come aboard and let's see what's out there.
So we're in the Maddalena Archipelago State Park, which is a series of islands off the northern tip of Sardinia. It's absolutely stunning, really is beautiful. We'd love to be able to stop here for longer. But we're going to push on. So what we're going to do today is we're setting off and we're going to head off across what's called the Tyrrhenian Sea towards Sicily and the strait that goes between Sicily and Italy, which is called the Straits of Messina. There's not a lot of wind, but we got a little bit impatient again. Bear in mind, please, that we haven't been off this boat for nearly 3 weeks now, so we are a little bit impatient. So we are going to put some more fuel in and be prepared to motor in the no wind patches. Yeah, so we will get going, and we really hope to come back and explore this archipelago properly one day. Okay, so Kate just found a broken split pin on the deck, and I can't see where it's come from, so better safe than sorry. We're going to pull over, drop the hook. I'm going to go up the mast because she found it near the base of the mast. So I'm going to go up the mast and just make sure that everything is in place up there before we spend 3 days going across the Tyrrhenian Sea. So yeah, a bit of a pain, but better safe than sorry. So yeah, couldn't find any pins missing. All the pins are in place on the top of the mast. On our Biscay preparation video you can see what I'm checking when I'm up there. I didn't take the camera with me this time. So it's a bit of a worry when there's a pin on the deck, but everything is in place where it could be. It could have been lying on the deck for a while. It looked like a battered old pin. Might have only just come out when the rougher seas, as in been washed out from under something, although it is a worry. So we will be very aware when we're putting the sails up, that sort of thing, to make sure the rig looks fine. But I have checked absolutely everything and there are no pins missing. Yeah, we're carrying on our way. We're just about to come out to a waypoint. We're very tight to the wind at the moment. We're still motoring. So the wind has veered, gone clockwise around, which is pushing us further and closer to the cliffs. What I've been doing is I've got the sails set as tight as I can get them basically, and every time they luff or the telltales lift, then I bear away, so I come away from the wind a little bit, or if it goes the other way, then I get as close to the wind as I can. But now it's come all the way around, so I can't go any further without driving into the cliffs. So when Kate's finished her coffee, we are going to tack the boat.
Ready.
Ready?
Ready.
Roger. Are you ready?
Yes.
Ready about. Lee ho. Okay, cool. So this is actually really nice. We're only doing 2 knots, but we're not in that much of a hurry. If we pick back up to 4, we'll be there by Sunday. night, which is fine. It's flat, it's lovely. It's what we've been waiting for really. We don't have any weather chasing us down, we don't have any orcas trying to nibble our rudders, and we don't have to be anywhere by a particular time. We are a bit tight on food, so we can't be out here forever. Kate's done an amazing job so far of feeding us for 3 solid weeks, just on the stores that weren't planned for 3 weeks, but they're on board.
Good morning. So I've been sat here this morning waiting for daybreak to start so I could film it and show you, not sunrise because I've filmed lots of sunrises, but daybreak. It takes a really long time. I think about 4 o'clock this morning I first noticed sunlight, and it's now 6 o'clock and there's still no ball of fire, but there's obviously the light from it. I was just about to put the camera away from filming that bit about the morning star. I was looking fly past and a tiny bird landed on the boat. I don't know if I managed to catch it before it's now hidden under the kayak. So we have a little stowaway on board. It's cold and small, so I shall leave him to it, and if he comes out again I'll try and get a better picture. You can stay.
Not a great day today, to be honest, and so we kind of had enough now, but Neville, little birdie fellow here, who has been named Neville for some reason, don't know why, but he's kind of brightened the day up a little bit. But now we're kind of like, Neville, if you keep crawling around our feet when it gets dark or sitting on our seats, we really don't want to squash Neville overnight. So kind of hoping he finds a quiet corner and keeps out of the way. Neville's a nice little guy, but we don't want to squish him overnight. We don't want him inside the cabin either, because trying to sleep, get a Neville in the face, that's going to scare the bejesus out of you. So yeah, Neville's brightened the day up, but overall we've been a bit fed up today, I've got to be honest, because it really is time we got off this boat, and it's still going to be 5 to 6 days before we can get off this boat. Overnight we managed to find a cosy box with water, food and air for Neville to prevent us accidentally squashing him. But despite our best efforts, poor little Neville did not survive the night. R.I.P. little fella. The next day, due mainly to sleep deprivation, I found myself in a bit of a dark place. I do hesitate to include such negativity, but it is the reality of what I felt at the time. I am pleased to say though that this was my low point, and once through it everything looked brighter, and the views that I expressed about the future have brightened as well. No point sugarcoating it. I'm really hating this right now. It is horrible. Boats rolling, it's taking longer and longer to get where we want to go. There is no option to just get off. We can't stop in Italy, we've got no Schengen time. We can't get off until we get to Montenegro. We can anchor if we can find a flat anchorage, but I just want to get somewhere where I can get off now. Pretty much making my mind up about ocean crossings, probably not, and long passages, probably not. Love living on a boat in fantastic places. Discovered I'm not a fan of long, slow sailing passages. The boat is just wallowing, the time is just going. This life's meant to be fun. Somebody said to me the other day, remember it's meant to be fun. Well, I'm going to do what's fun. Fun is not sailing. Fun for me is not sailing for 3 or more days. Nah, not enjoying it. Got to be absolutely honest with you. Not enjoying it at all. But as I said, that was my low point, and everything brightened from there. So the weather's eased down a little bit. It's about 5 o'clock in the evening now. Yeah, it was pretty grim earlier. I was in a bit of a black hole. it's a little bit better now, because it's, you know, we're still bobbing around, but it's not crazily getting chucked everywhere. And we are sailing at a reasonable speed and going in the direction we want to go. Better now, but still want it done. It is, it's been one hell of a mission, this. It's like a delivery trip.
If you can see that, that's Stromboli. So we're approaching the Volcano, or Volcano Islands, of which Volcano is one of them, but most famously is Stromboli, which, yeah, just looks like a volcano. Okay, so it's nearly time for my watch to end, so I'm going to go and wake Iain up now. Hey.
Mm.
Hey. The wind just died, there was no point in putting the sails back on, it's been all the way round, so still motoring. See, there's land, as you can see, a bit more traffic around now, but nothing of any threat. Should check that AIS target.
The volcanic islands.
Yeah,
amazing.
I wish it was in a crater over there.
Wish it was a bit clearer. With watch handover complete, Kate went down to sleep, leaving me motoring gently towards the awe-inspiring volcanic Aeolian Islands, with views straight out of the movie Jurassic Park.
The wind died, but the mood was lifted as we motored gently across an azure blue Mediterranean Sea, with the sun rays penetrating deep into the crystal clear waters as we approached the Straits of Messina.
So this is where we're trying to get to, so we're just coming down here now. So this is Sicily. This is the ball on the boot of Italy, if you like, and that's the boot of Italy. We've got to go around there and up there. If we go all the way around Sicily, it adds like 250, maybe even 300 miles, well 250 miles to where we're going. But right in here is a tiny little gap, and that's called the Straits of Messina. It's only about 2 or 3 miles wide, but the tide rips through there, and there's also a lot of traffic. So we want to arrive here at slack water at the earliest, which is 8 o'clock. So that's why we're ticking along at only 3.3 knots at the moment. Okay, so behind me, just over here, this is the Straits of Messina, and it's fabled to be protected or guarded by the Greek mythology characters of Scylla and Charybdis, who take many a sailor to their doom. And I think a lot of it's based on the fact that there are whirlpools and all sorts down there because the tide's so strong. I think we'll probably be all right because Scylla and Charybdis are probably going to be quite calm today. But yeah, it's quite a fearsome stretch of water. Right, let's do this, shall we? Messina VTS, Messina VTS. This is sailing vessel Intrepid Bear, channel 10 over.
Boiling
Messina VTS, this is sailing vessel Intrepid Bear. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Channel 13.
13. Messina VTS, sailing vessel Intrepid Bear, channel 13, over.
Intrepid Bear, Messina VTS.
Messina VTS, good evening to you, sir. This is Intrepid Bear. We're just hoping to enter the strait from the north, heading to the south. I request clearance for that. We are a 12-metre sailing vessel, over.
Okay, sir. Stand by 10 for all the transit in Messina Straits. Thank you.
Thank you, standing by 10. As we approached the strait, the sky behind us exploded into one of the most amazing sunsets we have ever seen, with the backdrop of the stunning volcanic islands. So there we go in the fading light and the amazing sunset. Sicily just there. Italy mainland right there. Literally, I think it's just a couple of miles across. It's really tight. And there are some big ships coming up the channel. We got them on AIS. We're following the lanes, as it were, on the way down. A couple of lazy dolphins in front of us. And yeah, quite excited actually. What we've got here is a roundabout for ships. This is the south going lane and this is the north going lane, and then there's lots of stuff needs to go across between the two here, and this is a roundabout for ships. So not quite sure who has right of way, but I shall just give way to anything bigger than me, I think. That's us out of the separation scheme now. That's the end of the separation scheme. Still got to be careful before we turn across though, because we've got a boat coming down behind us. So there we go, the Messina Strait. It was quite good fun actually. To rekindle my love of going to new places. I always used to like taking a boat into a new place. And obviously I'm doing it all the time now and it hasn't had quite the same magic, but that really did. I really enjoyed that. As the days and nights rolled on, we rounded the heel of Italy and into a flat Adriatic Sea. Sometimes we got wind to sail, sometimes we motored, as the daily business of life carried on aboard.
Well, the onion is our last fresh vegetable, but we've still got loads of tins and pasta, and so we're having tuna pasta bakes, and we've got some frozen meals I made before. It's vegetarian today, that we're going to put some ham in it.
Needs must. Thank you very much. So there are some benefits to being under engine. You've got endless hot water, and when it's as flat as this, then doing daily chores like washing up, cooking and everything else are an awful lot easier. So, barring any major setbacks, our last full day at sea. One month at sea and still eating like gods.
It's our first lunch pot noodle, actually. Yeah. I think you've had a couple on night watches, haven't you?
I have done.
So it's a treat now. Last day, last full day at sea. 80 miles to go. Mm-hmm. So it was just one more night watch before we approached Montenegro at dawn, having been on the boat without stepping ashore for 28 days.
The daylight's just coming in. It is 5 o'clock in the morning. A very narrow gap over there between the two headlands is where we're going into in Montenegro. And actually on that left-hand side is Croatia, and this side is Montenegro. We've just turned a little bit north because there's a huge cruise ship coming up behind us, so we want to not get run over by that. Porto Montenegro. Porto Montenegro is sailing vessel Intrepid Bear. Intrepid Bear calling on channel 7-1, over.
Okay, we are going to the custom dock and you know, in the custom dock and the big sailboat Black Pearl and after the custom dock, okay?
Roger, in front of Black Pearl, aft of the customs boat. Thank you very much, standing by.
Okay, so stand by, 7.
So here we are, Porto Montenegro, alongside Iain as the captain's had to go off with, I can't remember the chap's name, who's going to assist us to do all the customs and check-in procedure.
Okay, so just done check-in, so helped out by somebody from the marina. Seems to be the way here if you're here in office hours. So this bit over here, this is port police and customs control. You just go in there and they stamp your passport, and then you get in a golf buggy and go all the way over to the other side of the marina, way over there to the harbour master's office, where you have to buy the vignette, which is like the authority for the boat to be here, and that was €75 for 1 month. And then another office back here for tourist tax, which is €25 for 1 month for 2 of us. And that's it, we're checked in, passport is stamped. I'll change the flag and then we call the marina and they tell us where they want us to go and we take the boat round there. Montenegro, baby.
Then it was time to med moor Intrepid Bear for the first time. In most tidal marinas, boats lie alongside a pontoon or dock, but in the Med, because there is no tide, it is much more common to reverse up to the dock and tie the stern to it, while the bow is held either by your own anchor or a mooring line pulled up from the seabed and tied to the bow. This arrangement only works where there are no tides.
And we are med moored.
So that was the boat secure. There was just one thing left to do. I had stepped ashore on 3 fuel docks across the Med, but Kate had literally not been off the boat for 28 days. First time off the boat in a month. Here we go. You can do it, you can do it.
I'm going for it, right.
Yay! How does it feel? Gonna lie down and kiss the ground?
So there it is, 1,650 nautical miles from Gibraltar to Montenegro without landing. 1 month across the Med at the wrong time of year. To some a walk in the park, to us a real challenge, but everyone's journey is their own. Thank you for joining us on this epic 4-part series that we've called Between the Rock and a Hard Place. Join us next time when we see some of beautiful Montenegro and prepare the boat to sail to Greece.